Western Kentucky heads to Ruston, Louisiana on Thursday night, looking for a bit of deja vu from their last visit here back in 2018 when they polished off the Bulldogs 30-15, the largest ever victory for the Hilltoppers in this series so far. So will it be more of the same here, or can Louisiana Tech pull off the home upset? Let's delve a bit deeper, see where we can find some value in this one. Now, after opening up the season with 9 touchdowns and just 1 interception across his opening 4 games, Hilltoppers quarterback Austin Reed, who also put up over 1,000 yards in those 4 starts as well, came back down to earth a little bit last week against Middle Tennessee. He went just 30 of 52 through the air and hung his second INT of the season so far as well. Luckily for the Hilltoppers, the ground game was able to pick up the slack on that one. Western Kentucky put up their highest yardage on the ground against FBS opposition all season last week, average 5.3 yards per rush. And that's an area they might well have to go back to once again in this one, going up against this highly impressive Louisiana pass defense on Thursday. You know, the Bulldogs have allowed an average of just 104 yards through the air across their last 2 starts against UTEP and Nebraska, respectively. They currently rank 13th nationally on pass breakups this year as well. They sit 3rd in the country on opponent passing yards per game, also on top 10 in opponent yards per pass attempt. So this is a top-tier pass defensive unit in Louisiana Tech, and if Western Kentucky want to move those chains on a consistent basis here, they're very likely going to have to go to ground. But luckily for them in that regard, that's an area, La Tech are especially weak in. The Bulldogs gave up a massive 312 yards on the ground against Nebraska 2 weeks ago. They gave up another 249 yards on the ground the week before that against North Texas. And they currently sit 130th out of 133 teams this season on opponent rushing yards per game. So even with the options through the air for Western Kentucky in this one, Austin Reed to Malachi Corley, most notably, I do expect the Hilltoppers to go to ground a lot more in this one. Use Sanders, use Irvin Poindexter, and so on. Look to take advantage of Louisiana Tech's inability to stop the run. And the Bulldogs can come right back at the other side in them. Tyree Shelton, since coming over from Miami, Ohio, he's averaging 8.6 yards per game on the ground this year for La Tech, 16 carries and a touchdown against North Texas, 16 carries and a touchdown against UTEP. And, you're asking him to go up against a run defense in Western Kentucky this weekend, or on Thursday, I should say, that sits 125th in the country on opponent rushing first downs per game this season, giving up 11.5 on average. So I see both teams, taking advantage of each other's weakness in this one. And with a total approaching 60 at some books right now, at the time of recording, I'm happy to take a piece of the under in this one between the Hilltoppers and Bulldogs on Thursday, as, I'm expecting a ton of clock to be chewed up on the ground. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I read each and every one. So, looking forward to engaging with a few of you down there. And you can also take advantage of code DOLAN7, DOLAN7, to knock $20 off a 7-day all-access pass over at Widget Talk. Don't forget, if you enjoyed the content, hit that like button and subscribe down below. And for even more great betting previews, be sure to click on one of the other links posted on your screen right now.